Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Marco from Luso Overland, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to fix a loosey-goosey transmission shifter in a Gen 2 or Gen 2.5 Montero. So you can see a lot of side-to-side play. It rattles when you're off-roading and everything, and yeah, so the bushings have totally worn away down there, so we're going to get those replaced. And the first step is going to be to remove the center console and the armrest. All this plastic has got to come out of here. So if you don't know how to do that, I have a separate video on that, so go and watch that now, and then we'll pick up from there. Ta-da! You've got your console out. Hey, how are you? Now let's go over the tools that you're going to need to do this job. 12mm socket, 12mm wrench, a punch can come in handy, something to hit the punch with, a little flathead screwdriver, some grease, and the bushings themselves. So there's the part number for the genuine bushings, MB580253. You'll need 2 of them. They're sold individually. They look like that. As you can see, as I move it, it all pivots down here. It comes down this arm. You've got this tube, and it all pivots right here. And there's supposed to be bushings in here, and they get worn away, like completely worn away to being non-existent over time. This vehicle is almost 30 years old. And so it's gonna be real simple. First step, let's just take off this 12mm nut to this bolt that goes through the inside of that sleeve. Then you can just push on this bolt. You might have to use your hammer to push it out to the other side. This wire harness is kind of in the way, so just guide it underneath it. And then your transmission shifter is also kind of in the way, but, I'm sorry, your transfer case shifter, but you'll be able to get there. Like I said, you can use the punch and you can knock it out, and there's that long bolt that goes through that sleeve. And so yeah, there was a nut and a lock washer and then that long bolt. Okay, so now, I think I have mine in neutral. You can kind of play with the shifter to whatever gives you more access or makes it easier, but you can now just shift this thing, kind of just slide it, there we go, sorry. See how I did that? I kind of just pushed this forward and slid it back, and that popped the inner sleeve out of its mount. It was sitting right here, and then the bolt went through the inside of that sleeve. So now that sleeve can be just pushed out. Same thing to the other side. Now comes that sleeve. Yours will probably fight you a little bit more than this one did, just because how old it is. I was already in here before I started filming this video, so that's why mine came out real easily. And as you can see, there are no bushings. Like, I don't know how this is possible. There's not even any residue or bits of bushing, but there's supposed to be a bushing here, and same thing on the other side. So if you have any residue or bits left, clean that out, and then now it's gonna be time to insert the new bushings. Okay, so just place the new bushing in. Same thing on the other side. Now, you're gonna take your sleeve, clean it up, and then grease it and insert it through the bushings. And now this is really the only hard part of the job. It can sometimes fight you here when you need to now move this whole assembly and get it back inside these mounts. So like I said, it'll probably fight you a little bit. It's gonna wanna hang up on the bushing. Use a flathead screwdriver or something maybe to pry on there. Just go slow and kind of line everything up before using too much force, but you'll get there. We just got to get this thing back inside of its mount. Okay, so like I said, that did kind of fight me a little bit. I just used a little tiny flathead screwdriver to help guide that bushing in, just so it wouldn't get hung up on this metal lip right here as you're trying to move the sleeve in. Kind of wants to get caught on this on both sides, so this I just kind of held this like this and kind of popped it in that way. So yeah, now our sleeve is in the right place, and you can just go ahead and put your bolt back in through there and tighten that up. Okay, so you can take that nut, snug it up. Now the tighter you make it, the stiffer your transmission shifter is actually going to feel, and you can actually make it so tight where it's kind of hard to shift. So just tighten it up to where you like the feel of your transmission shifter. And as you can see now, there is no side-to-side play on this lever. Huge difference from where we're at. Back to new, and actually while I was buttoning things up, I actually managed to find a remnant of the original, one of the original bushings. That is all that remains. So anyways, I hope this helped you out. You can just put your center console and armrest back, you know, in reverse order as disassembly. So yeah, hope this helped you guys out. Again, you can find these bushings and a lot of other hard to find Mitsubishi Montero parts at lusooverland.com. Thanks a lot.